Hey, yeah, fourth lecture of ionic equilibrium. How many do you think they have been totally from ionic and chemical? What do you think, huh? Do you know the count? Anyway, here I am. What's up? How you're doing this? Amazing. What day is it? Wait, it's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday afternoon. What a surprise, huh? NEET decided to, well, the NTA decided to tell us when they're going to take the exam, when they're going to help us take the exam and all of that. The dates are out. Yeah. Check that video out. That's out there. So yeah, officially 5th May, huh? How many months is that? You got five in, no, you got four in the next year, and this year you got three more remaining, so 7 more months remaining for those of you giving the exam in 2024. Yeah. How you feeling, by the way? How you all feeling about this? Is it like crazy? Is it scary? Or are you excited? How you all feeling? Anyway, we are starting off with this session, right? Our goal hai to do the fourth session of what you call it, ionic equilibrium. Look at that, big words there. Common ion effect, hydrolysis, so many funky things, right? Hey, good evening, Mayuk. What's up? How you doing? So yeah, we're gonna get started really quickly, but just wanted to understand, like, it's real now, right? So how does it feel? The dates have been announced. अभी तक तो ठीक है. We had this whole goal of we're going to be doing this. NEET आएगा आएगा. Now it's here. How many of you giving the exam in 24? Are there any 25 aspirants here? Because my 11th grade का chapter कर रहा हूँ, so maybe there could be some of you from 25 as well. Good evening, Mayuk. How are you doing? Let's get started with today's session. Tell me in the chat if you have any thoughts on today's announcement or how you feel about it. Hey Deepanvita, hey Rahul. Awaaz saaf aa rahi? All clear, right? All good? Couple of homework questions. Poonam and Mayuk answered them. Yeah, both of them had the same idea that it's probably option B. So we'll look at it. We'll look at this one. Oops. तो पूरा सा यहाँ पे सवाल आ गया. Okay, hold on. एक मिनट, एक चीज स्किप हो गई यहाँ पे लग रहा है. या उल्टे हो गए स्लाइड्स के ऑर्डर. माय बैड. ओके, एनीवे. कौन सा वाला सवाल था? द अक्यूमुलेशन ऑफ लैक्टिक एसिड. रुको, ऑर्डर कहाँ है? ऑर्डर कहाँ है? कौन सा सवाल था? Accumulation of lactic acid. This guy right here, yeah, a monobasic acid in tissues leads to pain and feeling of fatigue. In a 0.1 molar aqueous solution, I think this was the next one that they answered. Lactic acid is 3.7% dissociated. The value of dissociation constant Ka for this acid will be what? You guys want to try to solve this question? These guys already did, Mayuk and Poonam, but you guys want to try it out? Try करके देखो कैसा लग रहा है ये वाला सवाल. खैर, if you feel like थोड़ा मुश्किल है, I'm just here to tell you कि this is quite direct, I feel. What do I mean? Look, all you've got to do is, you don't have to use an equation, yeah? I'm here to, hey Raja, what's up? Tell you that you don't need equations to solve questions like this. What do I mean? Well, okay, let's do this from first principles, right? You've got HA, a weak acid. Weak acid gives you H plus, A minus, etc., etc. अब मैंने short में लिख दिया. By now you should be comfortable by this, right? Monobasic acid gives you Ka to be C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. मैं हमेशा first principle से ही करूँगा. In this case, your first principle is your best friend, right? Alpha की value है दी हुई, C की value है दी हुई. अब बस substitute करना है, K निकालना है. Assume alpha to be really, really small. Just multiply them both. It's as simple as that, right? 3.7 square यानी कि 4 square से थोड़ा सा कम, तो 16 से थोड़ा कम. So you have 10 power minus 4 into 0.1 and 16 से थोड़ा कम, right? So this is the whole deal that you're going to get. Now looking at these options, the one that's closest to this is this, and that's the answer. You mark that, you move on. NEET का सवाल है. That's the best way to do this, okay? Don't worry about the exact answer, but this is how you do it. Anyway, so Poonam and Mayuk, both of them said B. Good job, good job. Next वाला सवाल था, weak acid HA has Ka of some value and some amount of it is dissolved in 1 liter water. Percentage of acid dissociation क्या होगा? अब ये सेम चीज है, उसी इक्वेशन का दूसरा पार्ट पूछ रहे हैं, राइट? यही एग्जैक्ट सेम इक्वेशन है, ओके? एंड नाउ वी आर saying कि भाई अल्फा निकालो, मतलब अभी divide Ka by C and then उसका रूट निकालना होता है. That's it. And in this case as well, let me write that down. Mayuk and Poonam both said that the answer was A. And you're both absolutely right, right? यहाँ पे बस square root निकालना है and you get it to be 10 power minus 2 is alpha and percentage में निकालना हो तो just into 100 which is 1%. Perfect. Good job, good job, good job. आज का सेशन शुरू करते हैं. Common ion effect. Common ion effect, Deepanvita. Good job. देखो, common ion effect का क्या फंडा होता है, right? Lot of times students get confused on this a little bit, but this is just an extension of that acid वाला dissociation चीज. It's nothing fancy. Trust me on this. Trust me. बस उसी का एक छोटा स्टेप आ गया. What is that छोटा स्टेप? I'll explain to you. यहाँ पे एक strong electrolyte water. Strong electrolyte यानी कि पानी में डालो सीधे तुमको आयन से देगा. And it's soluble. हमने अभी solubility की बात की नहीं है, but we'll talk about it in session number 6. So, a strong electrolyte is one that dissolves, अच्छी तरह से घुल मिल जाता है and it furnishes ions, all of it. Okay, so CSCCONA is such a strong electrolyte. All salts, okay? All salts that dissolve are strong electrolytes. Dissolve मतलब कि they are not partially soluble or something like that. उसके बारे में solubility हम लोग बात करेंगे in session 6. खैर, weak electrolyte क्या होता है? जो पानी में डल तो गया और अच्छी तरह घुल नहीं जाता है. It's very soluble, but it doesn't furnish enough ions. You know this already. Now, if I put both of these together, look at it. There's a common ion between them. This chap right here, CH3CO minus is a common ion. What am I doing? I'm putting in this guy, the weak electrolyte, the acid, and the strong electrolyte, which is a salt. Let me write that down here. Salt, जिसमें एक common ion है. And ये जरूरी बात है कि this common ion is not H plus या OH minus. ठीक है? अगर common ion H plus या OH minus हो गया, तब थोड़ी चीजें complicated हो जाती है. We'll look at that later on. At this point, I want to talk about a common ion that's not either of these two. ठीक है? Okay, all right. Yes, that's a very good point. Hey Dev, what's up? Biswajit, how are you doing? Raja is saying dissociation of weak electrolyte is further depressed. Now, while that point is absolutely correct, but what does that mean? Raja, do you understand what that means? And everybody else also. इस चीज का मतलब क्या राजा ने बोला? देखते हैं. मैंने इसको ऐड किया, ठीक है? जब मैंने ये ऐड किया, ये वाला बंदा बोल रहा है भाई हम तो फैल जाएंगे. I am going to furnish everything. I don't care if someone else is there. I'm just going to go there. But because it does that, the concentration of H plus ion falls and this guy falls. क्योंकि दोनों reaction, both of the products get pushed backwards. Okay? Why? Because of Le Chatelier's principle. Le Chatelier's principle याद था कि देखो ये है हमारा happy, nice dissociation. But as soon as I put more of this guy here, then the reaction goes backwards so as to undo the effect, right? Equilibrium and all that. Now, because जो strong electrolyte था, वो तो पूरा ही form होगा. It does not care, right? कुछ और है system में. It pushes that back. So, what Raja says is absolutely right. Dissociation of weak electrolyte is depressed. मतलब कि already alpha बहुत छोटा है और कम हो जाता है. That's a good point. Okay, that's what यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. Suppression and dissociation of a weak electrolyte by the addition of a strong electrolyte having a common ion. This is a common effect. But this is important. Common ion ये है, ये सब हो रहा है. Equilibrium shifts backward, right? Dissociation of CH3CO by H is suppressed and H plus in solution decreases. So pH of the solution increases. ये सब बहुत बढ़िया बात है. But do you realize that in all of this, CH3CO minus का concentration बढ़ रहा है? Yeah? The total concentration increases of this common ion. Oops, ये वाला नहीं, sorry. Of both of these. Sure, H plus कम हो रहा है. But because मैंने इसको डाल दिया, उसको suppress तो कर रहा है, but total concentration थोड़ा बढ़ जाता है. Just an idea to think about. Okay? All right. Perfect. चलो किया जाए थोड़ी सी और थ्योरी. कहाँ गई थ्योरी? अरे ये तो कुछ और खुल गया. रुको 1 minute. Here you go. Let's talk about hydrolysis of salts next. Okay, that was a common ion effect. And don't worry, we're not skipping over anything. This is very related to that. We'll talk about how. Hydrolysis of salts and pH of solutions. ये क्या? Hydrolysis of salts और pH of solutions. मतलब ये जो salt था हमारा CH3CONA, that hydrolysis, उसमें hydrolysis होता है. Hydrolysis क्या बोला है? Hydrolysis मतलब पानी से कुछ होगा. Yeah, exactly. Take this salt, put it in water, right? Whatever salt. I don't mean NaCl. I mean any salt. ठीक है? Acid-base reactions, they go undergo ionization in water. Okay? That happens, right? कोई भी acid base डालो तो बनता है salt and water. Now those salts, sometimes they either stay as hydrated ions, for example, Na plus and Cl minus, or they interact with water to form acids or bases. And this happens when you have, very strong bases or acids being formed, like CH3CO minus or say NH4 plus. All of these guys, when they get formed, they're like, you know what? I don't like being by myself. Give me some water. And something interesting happens. Okay? So, I'm repeating this again. When you have an acid-base reaction, there is neutralization. Sure. Neutralization means H plus and OH minus combining, giving you water. ये हमने थर्मो में काफी डिटेल में बात की थी इसकी. न्यूट्रलाइजेशन का मतलब क्या होता है? ठीक है? Overall underlying reaction is H plus plus OH minus giving you water. Okay, cool. Now, if it's a strong acid and a base reacting, then you have hydrated ions. But if you have weaker acids and bases, then the ions that get formed further react with water. But what does this have to do with that thing that I just told you? Common ion में क्या है? We'll see. We'll talk about that. Common ion effect कहाँ पे आता है इधर? So, this process of interaction of water with cations and anions, or sometimes even both of them, of the salts is called hydrolysis. That's it. So let's just walk, just form a mental picture here. I'm putting CH3CO Na in solution. उसमें से बना CH3CO minus और Na plus. Na plus बहुत happy है, doesn't want to do anything. CH3CO minus पानी के साथ react करना चाहता है. क्यों? Let's see, we'll see. क्या? What does it get by doing so? Remember, every reaction tries to attain the lowest stability state. Okay. So strong acids and bases get hydrated and not hydrolyzed. Other salts get hydrolyzed. Okay. Not going quick. मैं बहुत धीरे धीरे जा रहा हूँ इस पे. If you want me to repeat anything, please tell me. But this is extremely important. One slide, single slide, बहुत जरूरी slide. There are 4 different types of salts. Strong acid, strong base, जो आप जानते हो. NaCl. भाई आवाज ठीक आ रही है. All's clear. Nobody said it earlier, so I'm guessing सब ठीक चल रहा है. ठीक है. This is like NaOH and HCl giving you NaCl plus H2O. Salt of weak acid plus strong base. Ooh, salt of strong acid, weak base, and salt of weak acid and weak base. SA मतलब strong acid, WA मतलब weak acid, etc. etc. Let's take some examples. NaCl तो आप जानते हो, right? We won't spend too much time on this because you've done this a lot of times, right? If I take the same molarity and if I take the same amounts of both of these solutions, then when I make them interact, then you'll get a pH of solution. You get a solution of pH 7. We are cool on this, right? Any doubts on this? Is this a question mark or is this okay? ये तो ठीक है ना? No doubts here. Again, how am I saying ये होगा? Same molarity, same volume. Okay? And you know that M1V1 of base is equal to M1V1 of acid. Normality भी बात कर सकते हो, whatever. Same thing, right? Not M1, M into V. Let's just say M into V. Okay? Cool. Okay, great, perfect. What about CH3CONA? This is a salt of a weak acid, a strong base is what is written here. कैसे? अब देखो, when you look at salts, it's important to understand where they came from. उनकी history क्या है? Now CH3CONA seems like it could have come from CH3COH, weak acid, and NaOH, which is a strong base, है ना? अब you may be like, ये तो यहाँ पे किसी ने बोला नहीं है. How do you know this happens? Well, hypothetically, you can make the story up कि ये होता है. और इस कहानी से एक बहुत ही जरूरी इन्फ्रेंस निकलता है. जब स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस और वीक एसिड इंटरैक्ट करते हैं तो ये स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस डोमिनेट करता है. मतलब कि उस सॉल्यूशन का पीएच होगा, it will be dominated by the OH minus ions. So that's going to be a basic solution. Now I haven't taught you any numerical, कुछ नहीं, but I'm confidently saying this because this is how it always happens. Okay, keep this in mind. I'll prove this to you with numbers also, but सोचो थोड़ा इसके बारे में, ठीक है? And when I make these two react, yes, more than 7, absolutely right, Mayuk. When I make these two react, बन जाता है CH3CONA और H2O. तो CH3CONA को मैंने डाला पानी में. Okay, look at this cool animation that's happening right over here, right? Effervescence and all of that, वो सब हो रहा है, ठीक है? Now what's happening is, look at that, Na plus CH3 minus, oh, look at that, उसने एक H चुरा लिया और बन गया OH minus ion. OH minus ion. That's what I want you to focus on. CH3CO minus पानी से H plus चुरा लेता है, which means that in the presence of water, CH3CO minus behaves like a base. It abstracts the proton from water, forming OH minus ion. इसी process को हम hydrolysis बोल रहे हैं. That's it. Okay, cool. Now this is what it looks like. Alkaline, absolutely right, Raja. Okay, ये तो यार, this is it. You guys are saying ionic is hard. Ionic is so easy. कुछ नहीं है इसमें यार, ठीक है? You've got this whole thing here. Hydrolysis बात क्या होता है? Acetate ion बनता है. Acetate ion gets hydrolyzed. This is important. This does not get hydrolyzed. क्यों? Because I don't know if you remember or not. मैंने आपको बहुत शुरुआत में बोला था organic session में और इसमें कि any acid base reaction happens to form weaker bases and weaker acids. Now अगर मैं गलती से बोलूं कि भाई Na plus लेगा ये और it will give me NaOH and H plus, भाई ये नहीं होने वाला है, ठीक है? This is not happening. You're forming a stronger acid and a stronger base. That's a good way to check कि ये होगा कि नहीं होगा, right? This is not going to happen. I'm leaving this here and saying कि ये नहीं होगा, won't happen. Okay, making it very clear as to how you decide कि भाई hydrolysis किस ion का होगा, right? Don't mug this. ये theory है, very interesting theory. Cool. So CH3CO minus, which is a strong base, क्योंकि weak acid उसका conjugate base था, conjugate acid था, my bad. CH3COH is a weak acid So उसका conjugate base, which is CH3CO minus, must be strong. If it is strong, what does that mean? Strong means it abstracts proton easily. Okay, कहां से निकालेगा प्रोटॉन? पानी से, बस, और बन गया फिर तुम्हारा ये. नाउ यू बी लाइक, अरे पर एसिड बना है वो फिर से H प्लस देगा. देगा भाई, श्योर, बट वो दैट टग ऑफ वॉर विल गो ऑन. ये एसिड देगा, ये OH माइनस देगा, ये टग ऑफ वॉर, बट व्हाट विल विन? दिस रिएक्शन विल win, so to speak. It will overpower the other one. And because the equilibrium exists, right? कि दोनों reaction हमेशा हो रहे हैं. I agree with you if you're thinking, यार, but वो होना चाहिए, I agree. But it gets pushed to a certain extent that it furnishes more OH minus ions than H plus ions. Okay, cool. If your doubt is related to this, ask away. If not, then ping me on I teach Chem, yeah? I heard you, bro. Okay, so let's talk about this. What's happening here? पूरी picture. Acetic acid, okay, weak acid, almost practically anionic रहता है. पानी में डालो बहुत कम अल्फा निकलता है. मैंने, and then what happens? Increase in OH minus ion concentration होता है and solution becomes alkaline. Yeah, cool. pH greater than 7. यार शेख क्या टाइम पास कर रहा है यार मेरे साथ? खासमिक जी, I don't know if you're just messing about. If you're from a lower grade, I'll direct you to the 6 to 10 channel. We have amazing teachers. Kriti here teaches chemistry really well. 6 to 8th grade, 9, 10 BYJU'S channels. Check them out. If you're not messing with me, that's my real advice to you. ठीक है? Okay. Any doubts so far on this? Yeah. So what do you do? Now things are going to get a little intense right now because this is not an NCRT, right? But I feel that ये बहुत जरूरी है यार to go through what I'm going to go through in the next 2-3 minutes. Okay. Just hang on for a minute. If it gets complicated, tell me, ask me to slow down, I'll explain this. But बहुत जरूरी part है, please like stick around. Yeah, dude, Sheikh, we'll have to talk about this later. Yeah, an ion is something that, come on, man. Like I don't know how to. Yeah, I can't seriously answer that doubt right now. Look it up online. Okay, I'm not being rude. I'm just being straight with you. Let's focus on ionic equilibrium. Yeah. Okay, so you've got this whole expression going on now. From here, if I want to form the whole equilibrium expression, what do I do? Okay, I can say that this is my salt, right? ये ion का concentration कहाँ से आ रहा है? Usually मैं इसका उल्टा expression लिखता. मतलब I would write CH3COH giving you this, but I am writing the hydrolysis equation because what I have done is I've put in salt. From where? From ये कहाँ से है? CH3CONA, right? From here I got this, and then this acid ये बन जाता है और OH minus बन जाता है. Now where have you seen this before? Okay, we'll talk about that. K of this is going to be this expression. This is all right. Yeah, I have just, मैंने कुछ fancy नहीं किया है. I have just said कि whatever, if this is C alpha, this is C alpha, then they are equal. तो इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे लिख दिया है कि भाई OH minus into acid. Let me write that down again. OH minus concentration is equal to acid concentration. ठीक है? इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे लिख दिया है OH minus whole square. All right, cool. And divided by C. C is the concentration of this salt. Cool. Okay. Now थोड़ा पोस्टमार्टम करते हैं. HAC यानी कि strong acid. AC मतलब acetate ion, right? This is acetate ion. If I write it like this, इसका K is going to be this value right here. Yeah? कुछ fancy नहीं किया है, बस मैंने यहाँ डाला है और divided by HAC. Now you notice that this is same as C. Okay? मैं थोड़ा सा mathematical jugglery कर रहा हूँ, कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है? तो you will see that this behaves like a base. क्यों? क्योंकि is accepting H plus, so I can write this as Kb. I can write this as Kb, right? It's a strong base, sure. Kb की value ज़्यादा होगी, it will be a very big value, but I can still write this as a base. क्योंकि this is behaving like a base. And what do? मैंने दोनों numerator and denominator में I have multiplied with H plus. Okay, so both numerator and denominator by H plus. Why? Because I want to do something very cool. I want to write this as Kw. Which makes sense. H plus into OH minus. Okay, that is Kw. And ये जो बाकी बच गया, ये तो बन गया तुम्हारा Ka. देखो, H plus into AC, right? Divided by acid. AC minus is the same as salt. Okay, this right here is not C. Hold on. ये था salt से आया, तो ये है salt. ठीक है? Cool. Any doubts on this derivation, so to speak? The reason why I thought I'll share this with you, it's not a part of NEET. They expect you to just remember the formula, but I want you to go through this यार, because once you do this ना, तुम लोग डरोगे नहीं unnecessarily कि अरे यार formula रटना है, ठीक है? So just repeating everything I did so far. I wrote down कि देखो hydrolysis कुछ हो रहा है, okay? but it is behaving like a base, so I'm writing it as a base. I'm writing it as Kb. You are getting the same equation that you have seen in life before. You remember the last session? Yeah, for a conjugate acid base pair, Ka into Kb is equal to Kw. यही तो हमने सीखा था last session, right? pKa plus pKb is equal to 14. This is that same thing. This is that same expression. Okay. If you want me to go over that one more time, if I take HAC over here, and this gives you Ka to be equal to H plus into AC minus but by HAC, but in this case AC minus or the acetate ion is coming from the salt. तो इसीलिए मैंने यहाँ पे C लिख दिया है, which is the concentration of salt. Okay. So if I simplify all this, I can just say that this is going to be equal to this. That's it. And once I do that, then I get a nice neat expression just in OH minus ion concentration. So then I say कि अच्छा POH is going to be equal to this weird expression. Are you following this? कोई doubts है? You guys all right? कोई doubts है तो पूछ लो. I don't mind spending time on this, although this is not in your syllabus and no one's going to test you on this, but this is extremely important, right? Because every numerical I do after this इतना ज़्यादा आसान हो जाएगा ना, तुम्हारी life बहुत simple होगी. I am showing you that the derivation of this is how you get that number. देखो, half of pKw is just 7. 7 you say. अच्छा 7 you remember जो इस थंबनेल में कुछ लिखा था 7 प्लस हाफ pKa माइनस log C कुछ ना कुछ लिखा था, है ना? कुछ लिखा था, राइट? सो एनीवे, अगर ये POH है तो pH will be equal to this. Cool? Yeah? You good? This is the expression for pH. How? मैंने पहले निकाला कि POH क्या होगा, and then I said कि look, pH is simply going to be equal to 14 minus POH, which is this guy right here. Now this I have conveniently written as pKw by 2. यही सेम चीज यहां पे थी. I'll just show that to you one more time अगर तो कंफ्यूजन है तो. See, there was a pKw over here that I got from here that we put here and ये यहां पे गया. Now you don't have to remember all of this. This is just a bit of theory to tell you, भाई मत करो लाइफ में इक्वेशन, ठीक है? Now I'll do questions with you where you don't need any of this. इसकी कुछ जरूरत नहीं है. We'll do things on first principle. चलो सवाल करते हैं. You are free to use the expression. You can use that equation if you want. 7 plus minus जो भी है, भाई मुझे याद नहीं रहता है, and मैं कभी याद करूंगा भी नहीं, because I'm confident I can do it without that equation, and I can help you to see that it's possible to do it without any random equation. Let's do that. Can you try this question? What is the pH of a 0.5 molar aqueous NaCN solution? In this case, actually, ये वाला तो hydrolysis सवाल है नहीं, this is direct Kb वाला सवाल है, right? Just get the Kb value and figure it out. This is even easier. Try it out. pKb of Cn minus is this at this temperature. log 2 की वैल्यू दी हुई है. So what's happening? Oh, actually यहाँ हाइड्रोलिसिस होगा. NaCN मतलब this is a salt. अगर salt है तो हाइड्रोलिसिस होगा. अब सोचो किस चीज का हाइड्रोलिसिस होगा? Na plus ion की Cn minus ion. Think about it. What's going to happen? Are you guys trying this question out? Do you want a minute to try and solve it, or would you rather that I solve it for you? Give me an idea, and I'm good either way. बताओ, what do you want me to do? What's on your mind? Absolutely right. Cn will hydrolyze, will undergo hydrolysis. So I write this expression. अब देखो, this is the cool part. If you do this on first principles, immediately you see कि भाई यहाँ तो OH minus ion बन रहा है. This is not complicated, right? ये बहुत straightforward है. Cn minus plus water मतलब HCN बन गया, OH minus बन गया. अब अगर OH minus ion बन रहा है, then I can strike out two options. It's definitely not an acidic solution. So I strike out A and C. What I'm left with is B and D. दो option चले गए. खैर, we're doing first principles, right? So then I can say that OH minus whole square is equal to Cn minus into Kb. कैसे? Because Kb is simply going to be equal to OH minus whole square divided by Cn minus, right? यही चीज को मैंने rearrange किया है. Okay? What's next? अब यहां से मुझे निकालना है POH, because वो सबसे आसानी से मिल रहा है. POH मैंने निकाल लिया. POH is half into pKb minus log C. अब तो ये हो गया directly, right? Option D is what Mayuk is saying. Okay, Mayuk is saying option D. Let's see, देखते हैं. But अब now things are a little interesting. pKb दिया है, हाँ pKb दिया है. अरे ये तो हो सकता है then. ये तो बहुत डायरेक्ट हो गया. फिर अगर pKb दिया हुआ है तो pKb तो मुझे यहीं पर डायरेक्ट डाल सकता हूं, बस log C निकालना है. तो log of 0.5 क्या होगा? देखो 0.5 is half. Okay, अगर 0.5 is half, then log of 0.5 is what? Log 1 minus log 2. All I'm doing is I'm saying कि do it as 1 divided by 2. ठीक है? 1 by 2 मतलब log 1 minus log 2. Log 1 तो हो गया 0. Log of minus log 2 होगा minus 0.3. So now I will add half into 4.7 plus 0.5. तो यहां पे तो मुझे मिल गया 2.5. It's all right, Mayuk. Good job. Absolutely right. It is B. तो POH निकलता है 2.5. अगर POH निकल गया 2.5 तो POH हो गया 14 minus this, right? So P क्या हो गया कहां पे? PH. Where do I write this? PH is equal to 14 minus 2.5, which is this answer right here. Any doubts? Yeah? Didn't use any equation, dude. First principle से किया. एक दो स्टेप लगे, बट पक्का है लाइफ में कभी गलती नहीं होगी. You will never have to remember 7 plus minus क्या होता है, किसको याद रहता है, कौन, who cares, right? Doesn't matter. Okay? Any doubts? 11.5 is the answer to this question. Here, if I take, say, now a strong acid and a weak base, how do I know strong acid and weak base? NH4Cl मिला है, इसकी कुंडली निकालो. So you think that, oh, this maybe could have come from NH4OH and HCl. ये तो काफी strong है, ये तो काफी weak है, right? This is the kind of intuition you will build. Not intuition. This is ये तो I think काफी doable है कि ये तो weak है ही और ये strong है. तो इन दोनों को साथ में मिलाओ तब आपको मिलेगा ये. Then you know that, oh, this weak base strong acid. Yeah, this must be an acidic solution. Okay, that is an intuition that you have to build. Right now मैंने बता दिया, तो maybe that should be enough. But if not, maybe read this through NCERT and this will be good. देखो NH4Cl के parent acid and parent base हुए ये दोनों और ये बना तुम्हारा NH4Cl. Now out here NH4 plus is the one that's going to get ionized. That's going to undergo hydrolysis. Okay, NH4Cl completely dissociates into this, and after that ये वाला आयन बनता है, रिएक्ट करता है पानी के साथ और देखो दिया तुमको H plus. As I said, it's going to be acidic. So one is the intuition forming and the other is using this equation to directly get this. You're for sure this is going to happen. So in this case now the base remains almost unionized, right? Increase in H plus ion concentration होता है and pH is less than 7. Solution becomes acidic. इसका भी expression है यहाँ पे. This also can be derived very easily. 7 minus half pKb plus log C. Okay? अगर ये आपको अजीब लग रहा है एक बार सोचो, ठीक है? This has to be acidic. So pH has to be less than 7, which is what it's always going to be. Okay? Awesome. एक और सवाल. मैं आपको equations दे रहा हूं so that it's your autonomy. If you want to use those equations, by all means, करिए. अगर आपको, if you're comfortable with that. But I don't remember them, so I have to devise a way to do this without the equations. मैंने कुछ नहीं किया है. Books do it like this. Standard books always do first principles. चलो ये वाला try करो. Calculate the pH of a 0.1 molar solution if NH4Cl of NH4Cl if the dissociation constant Kb is given to you to be this value. Log 1.8 की वैल्यू दी है तो डरावना लग रहा है. Log 1.8 कहां से है? चलो डोंट वरी, ये भी हो जाएगा. I'll write the first step for you just like last time. यहाँ पे NH4 plus dissociate हो रहा है, ठीक है? और एक और स्टेप लिख देते हैं भाई, H plus है तो ये वाला तो काट दो, D नहीं होगा. अब ट्राई करो. या दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. अभी यहाँ पे तुमको Kb दिया है. पिछले वाले एपिसोड यानी कि सवाल में भी Kb दिया था, बट यार Kb क्या करो यार, ये तो Kb ये तो एसिड की तरह बिहेव कर रहा है. Kb का क्या करोगे? रिमेंबर दैट if you have a conjugate acid base pair, okay, then this expression is valid for a conjugate acid base pair. Again, from first principles, not using any equation. You want to try this out? Please give it a shot. Take a minute, please try this out. It will be really beneficial for you to solve these questions from this first principle, because तब एक बार इतना पक्का हो जाएगा ना, then you'll be like, Ionic is done, bro. Chemical and Ionic पे एक सवाल, दो सवाल, 10 सवाल अब कर लेंगे. I found that a lot, that and this is not just with NEET or some other exam. JEE may also, people are really scared of ionic equilibrium, and I'm here to just take that fear away. Okay, cool. So how do you do this one? Okay, I'm going to do the same thing that I did last time. I'm going to say कि यार Mayuk is saying A. Mayuk थोड़ी जल्दी में किया आपने. Try it out. एक बार थोड़ा सा फिर से अपना चेक करो कैलकुलेशन. यार इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सवाल नीट में हल इज अनलाइकली है आने का, बट आ सकता है, ठीक है. कॉम्प्लिकेटेड इन द सेंस कि इट इज थियोरेटिकली कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बट आल्सो कुड बी डन विद अ फॉर्मूला. बट एनीवे, देखो, आई नो फॉर अ फैक्ट दैट H+ ion concentration here, whatever this is and this is the same. Okay, so I've just said कि चलो ये h plus square हो गया. That's what I've written here. This comes here and into Ka. क्यों? क्योंकि यार this again I'm फिर से लिख देता हूँ आपके लिए. Ka is simply going to be equal to, because it's behaving like an acid. मैं Ka क्यों लिख रहा हूँ? I hope ये doubt नहीं है. How is it behaving like acid? NH4 ये तो दे रहा है ना, NH4 plus है, H plus दे रहा है, right? Weak base, strong acid. NH4 plus, pretty strong acid. So it behaves like an acid. How does it do so? Like this. So इसका Ka I can write like this as H plus whole square divided by NH4 plus. Why am I doing this? Because I have fixed this. By putting this salt over here, मैंने इसको fix कर दिया है. अगर इसको fix कर दिया तो only thing that can change is these two. ठीक है? Mayuk has retracted his message and is saying option B. I'm going to agree with him. खैर, but करना क्या है यहाँ पे? देखो, इसके बाद substitute करो. But देखो यार, this does not get us closer. This gets us closer to the answer. But how does this work? What I've got over here is H plus whole square. पर मुझे निकालना है, क्या निकालना है? pH निकालना है. चलो निकाल लेंगे, don't worry. This is one step close to the answer though. 14, 5 मतलब हो गया कुछ 9. 9 और 0.1 मतलब 10. तो I get pH H plus whole square to be equal to 10 power minus 10 by 1.8. यानी कि log अगर लो, negative log on both sides, so it's going to be 5 minus log of 1.8, है ना, divided by 2. Why divided by 2? क्योंकि square है. यार इतना log कर लो, इतनी मैथ से मत डरो. Negative log निकालना मतलब log की properties you need to know. That I'm not going to shy away from. Chemical equilibrium, ionic equilibrium करना, you need to know logs. ठीक है, cool. You do this, the answer has to be B. हाँ, तो I don't think it was 5 minus log. It will be, अच्छा, sorry, 5 plus होगा, not minus. My bad. ये तो denominator में है ना, तो negative log of something that's in a denominator will become plus. This is cool. So this is negative log of, minus 1.8. So that just becomes plus 1.8. तो ठीक है, perfect. मतलब 5 से थोड़ा ज्यादा होगा. I think what Mayuk you did पहले is you did 5 से थोड़ा कम होगा, right? You made the same error that I just did. Cool. Anyway, ठीक है. Perfect. Cool. Any doubts here, guys? Yeah? लग रहा है सब लोग डर गए इधर. Ionic से डर, लोगों से डर लगता है, but I don't mind. I don't mind teaching this properly, ताकि बाद में भी अगर कोई करना चाहे, जब नीट का एग्जाम आएगा उससे एक महीने पहले अरे आयोनिक करते हैं तब भी देख रहे हो तो चिल है भाई, तुम जब भी देखो whenever you want to see this. But this is your one stop shop for ionic equilibrium. इससे बेटर कोई नहीं पढ़ाएगा, trust me. So खैर, you good? How the answer is B? 5 से थोड़ा ज्यादा होगा. अब वो कितना ज्यादा होगा देख लेना यार. ठीक है, 0.26 by 2, 5.13. Absolutely right, Mayuk. Excellent, excellent. ठीक है, एक और सवाल करें, एक और छोटा सवाल. This one's easy. An aqueous solution of NH4Cl dash is dash in nature due to the behavior of dash ion in solution. मतलब here you got to figure out कि कौन सा ion undergoes hydrolysis. Spelling भूल गया. हाँ, which ion is undergoing hydrolysis and is this acidic or is it basic? That's all you've got to figure out. यही दो चीजें आपको देखनी है. Mayuk says option A. Do you guys agree with him? I want to agree with him because देखो NH4Cl का postmortem करो. NH4Cl came from NH4OH and HCl. Now this is a strong acid, this is a weak base. So this guy dominates and hence H plus मतलब this is acidic. And कौन सा hydrolyze कर रहा है? This chap right here. NH4 plus is going to hydrolyze. So it must be option A. On fire, Mayuk. Doing really well. Is there anybody who has any doubt? कोई scene है? Feel free to stop me. खैर, if you have a salt of a weak acid or a weak base, like this chap right here, CH3CONH4, then what happens? Then things get a little bit complicated. And इसका formula NCERT में दिया हुआ है, right? But again, since I don't care so much of formula, we can do this from first principles, and I'll tell you how to do that as well. But this is the whole deal, right? Now in this case, sure, both of these get formed, but दोनों यार, हाँ चलो, they'll both make a deal with water. Okay, both of them will get hydrolyzed, and this guy will form some acid. This guy will form some base and give more H plus ions. This will give more OH minus ions. तो दोनों एक दूसरे से लड़ाई करेंगे, ठीक है? And then what happens is कि depending on the values of pK and pKb, अगर if you have what do you call it, a stronger acid than a stronger base, then overall acidic होगा. अगर stronger base है than the acid, then the overall solution will be basic. ठीक है? That's the whole thing. This is the expression. It can be derived. You can try it out if you want. The derivation is not there in NEET. It's not going to be there in your boards. But I feel it's a good exercise if you are targeting like a 700 plus score. If you're, I would even say 680, 650 ke upar, if you're targeting that score, this is a good exercise. If you're targeting a score below that, then feel free to remember this equation. Yeah, no judgment whatsoever. मेरा काम है आपको guidance देना. Now it's up to you what you do with it. Cool. Okay. चलो एक और question. Calculate the pH of 0.02 molar CaCO NH4. Kb दिया है, Ka दिया है. Now there is a 10-second way of doing this and a slightly longer way of doing this. Try करो. Try करो. So I'm not against equations. I'm just trying to prove to you that things can be done without having to remember them. If you've solved enough questions that तुमको equation याद है, by all means use the equation. That's easier. Yeah. But अगर barrier है कि यार ionic equation में बहुत equation है इसलिए हम ionic equation छूएंगे नहीं, I want to move that barrier away. That's where I'm coming from. Okay. Option A. Okay, Mayuk saying option A. All right. Let's see. I think he did that. He figured out the 10-second way. Deepanvita also saying, hey, what's up, Deepanvita? Kahan gayi thi abhi tak? Suddenly back. Good. Hey, Medico. What's your, what do you call it, multitasking today? Chemistry से और क्या चल रहा है? या are we इतने हम धन्य हैं कि सिर्फ आप आज chemistry कर रहे हैं? खैर. So Ka, Kb, I've given them two colors. Okay. I'm going to write this as ACNH4. AC मतलब acetic ion. Now if I put ACNH4 in water, it fully dissociates because salt है, वो dissolve हो रहा है, घुल मिल रहा है. So it will give you ions. Now those ions then वो करेंगे बगावत. Both of them will hydrolyze. Okay. Now this is behaving like a base or an acid. समझ नहीं आ रहा है. It's behaving as a, I would say a base. It's accepting a proton. Since it's accepting a proton, I write down this Kb. Okay, इसलिए मैं लिखा है. What about this? This is donating a proton. So this is behaving like an acid. Cool. ठीक है, इसलिए मैंने Kw और K ये सब कहानी लिखी है. और ये तुम्हारा फॉर्मूला है pH minus half into 14 minus pKa pKb. देखो मैंने 1 मिनट में डिराइव भी कर दिया. Not taking credit for this. There are amazing books that have taught me to do this. Okay, ऐसा नहीं मैंने कुछ बड़ा तोप काम किया. I'm trying to tell you कि this is not a big deal. Once you do that, you get that same equation जो हमने पहले किया था. And the 5-second way of doing is भाई Ka is equal to Kb कुछ मत करो. It's simply going to be 7, bro. That's it. Okay. So pH का जो भी concentration हो, it's going to be 7. If this is the value. So if Ka is equal to Kb, then it's just going to be neutral, which is what Mayuk said. And Deepanvita, good job. All right. Vivek here to troll us. Nice. Great. Is that a game? Warhammer 40k or something like that? Anyway, which of the following has the highest pH? I don't do, what's that? There's a studio behind that. I forgot what the name is. I'm not good with those games. Which of the following has the highest pH? Highest pH was the most basic. What do you think? Salts हैं, basic क्यों होंगे? Basic तब होंगे अगर something decides to behave like an acid and take away a proton ताकि सिर्फ OH minus रखे पानी में. Did you follow that? If an ion decides to behave like an acid and take away H plus, तो बचेगा बेचारा OH minus. अगर OH minus बचा, मतलब solution हो गया basic. Okay, that's what happens there. मयूक फिर से सुनो. I see that. I see what you're doing. That's a good guess. CH3CO but yeah, this is a slightly tough one actually, because without knowing the values of the pKa/pKb, this is hard to do. How are you going to do that? How are you going to know in your dreams कि भाई कौन सा weaker acid है? Let's cancel some of them out. Like HNO3 looks like it's a pretty strong acid, right? So let's remove this. What about this? We'll remove this because ये तो basic होगा. NH4 plus water gives me क्या देता है ये? दे देता है हमको NH3 नहीं NH4OH plus H plus, right? So it's either A or B. It's either A or B for sure. Or it is one of those. Yeah, I feel I should. ये सवाल मुझे हटा देना चाहिए था because you can't know. The answer is B. Sorry about that. अब मैं क्या करूँ यार? These kind of questions are pointless, right? Because तुमको याद कहाँ से रहेगा यार कि कौन सा stronger acid, कौन सा stronger base? I don't like this question. I should have removed it. खैर, the answer is B, right? But I want you, even if you didn't know that, it's okay. I want you to be able to zero in कि यार A और B के बीच में one of them is the answer. Okay? So Mayuk, good guess, but Turns out the answer is B. Dipanvita, excellent work. But इस टाइप का सवाल आजकल नहीं आएगा, for sure. Here's a more realistic question. The dissociation of constant of a 0.01 molar CaCOH is given to be this. Calculate the salt का concentration in 0.1 HCl solution. अरे अब देखो इंटरेस्टिंग चीज हो गई. मैंने दो एसिड को मिक्स कर दिया. आई हैव मिक्स्ड अ वीक एसिड एंड अ स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड. हाँ, ओके, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लग रहा है. आई थिंक इट्स डूएबल. फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल से चीजें करो. मतलब इधर एक उल्टी चीज होगी. क्या उल्टी चीज होगी? यू वांट मी टू सॉल्व दिस वन फॉर यू? शैल आई सॉल्व दिस वन और यू ट्राइंग इट आउट? ट्राई करो तो कर लो. आई विल आल्सो गो अबाउट सॉल्विंग दिस. Now, because there is HCl in the mix, acetate does not get to go backwards, okay, that easily. So this reaction dominates the other one, okay. So you got this, and the other option was कि यार ये करेगा पानी के साथ, and ये this is what it will give you. It will give you ACH plus OH minus. You would think it will do this, but दोस्त आ गया तुम्हारा HCl. अगर HCl आ गया तो OH माइनस तो रह नहीं सकता है. यू मे बी वंडरिंग कि व्हाई डिड आई राइट रिएक्शन मैंने उल्टा क्यों लिखा? व्हाई डिड आई नॉट राइट कि AC माइनस विल रिएक्ट विद H2? व्हेन यू डूइंग थिंग्स फ्रॉम फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल, यू नीड टू नो वेयर योर रिएक्शंस फेल और व्हाट इज द लिमिटेशन ऑफ व्हाट यू आर डूइंग. दिस इज दैट लिमिटेशन. चलो अगर नहीं भी मालूम था, डोंट वरी. चलो मैंने लिख लिया, मैंने जल्दी में ये एक्सप्रेशन लिख दिया, यहां तक वाला. No problem, लिखो. The moment you write this, you're like, बन तो रहा है OH माइनस, बट उसमें मैंने डाला HCl, तो ये दोनों न्यूट्रलाइज कर देंगे एक दूसरे को. And you're absolutely right. This will neutralize all of this, okay? And what you'll be left over with is, भाई, just CH3CO, मतलब without going into details, basically यही reaction will dominate, okay? Not the opposite one. Is that okay? कि क्यों ये वाला रिएक्शन डोमिनेट करेगा? व्हाई डिड आई राइट द उल्टा वाला रिएक्शन? मैंने ये क्यों नहीं लिखा? व्हाई नॉट दिस? ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ HCl. ओके, लेट मी यूज अ डिफरेंट कलर टू हाईलाइट दिस. सो इफ यू आर सीइंग दिस लेटर ऑन, ये समझ में आएगी क्यों इस टाइप से मैंने रिएक्शन लिखा है. ओके, वंस यू राइट लाइक दिस, देन रेस्ट ऑफ इट इज वेरी डूएबल, राइट? मैंने पूरा एक्सप्रेशन फिर से लिख दिया, AC minus H plus and ACH. इसमें से व्हाट डू आई हैव? I have that the dissociation constant, मतलब Ka is given to me, okay, that is here, and 0.01 molar CaCOH, ACH, that's also here, 0.1 molar HCl solution, मतलब H plus is fixed. If I give you 0.1 molar HCl solution, 0.1 molar HCl fixes H plus ion concentration, and then you just put that in here. देखो, one variable, one equation. That's why I do it like this. And you get AC minus the concentration right away, which happens to be B. Okay? कैसे B? 10 power minus 5 into 0.1. ठीक है? इसको कैंसिल आउट करो तो 0.1 बच जाएगा, एंड ये होगा ये. मस्त सवाल था ना? मजा आ गया भाई. मुझे आने बहुत मजा आता है. थोड़े मुश्किल सवाल थे, बट देखो, there is a reason why Aakash is the best for NEET. And this question is from the Aakash modules. Okay? Because we take you through the rigor. Okay? All right. Any doubts, guys? कोई doubts है? भारी हो गया? Don't worry. The session is going to wind up soon. Ionic equilibrium बहुत जल्दी खत्म हो जाएगा. But I want you to take away the main thing from here is कि don't be scared of ionic equilibrium. There's nothing to be scared of. Yeah? Okay. Cool. एक और सवाल. हाँ, इसके लिए हाँ बच्चा, बहुत अच्छी बात है कि tell me not to be scared by showing me scary questions. That's a smart move, right? No. We can do this. 0.25 molar solution of pyridinium chloride, अब ये क्या बला है, was found to have a pH of this. What is Kb for pyridine? Kb मतलब ये होगा बेस, और ये हो गया conjugate, नहीं, ये हो गया salt. ये हो गया salt. This is like that NH4Cl itself, बस N में 3H के बजाय ये बड़ा सा चीज आ गई. पॉसिबल है. थिंक अबाउट लाइक दैट. इट्स ओके. ये बेस है, ये सॉल्ट है. अच्छा, तो अगर मैं इसमें Cl माइनस निकाल दूंगा, देन आयन कौन सा हुआ? ये हो गया तुम्हारा आयन. Bam, that's it. If इसका Kb होगा तो इसका होगा Ka, which is a conjugate acid. That's how you solve this question. तो पहले थोड़ा सा लेट्स टेक वन स्टेप बैक, और बिकॉज हमको कॉन्सेंट्रेशन निकालना है, पीएच निकालना है, तो लेट्स राइट वन थिंग डाउन. अगर माइनस लॉग एक्स इक्वल टू 2.75, देन एक्स इक्वल टू दिस. So this now is going to be your H plus ion concentration. Okay? थोड़ा सा मैथ. Is it okay? Any doubts here? ये मैं अपना तरीका बता रहा हूं, तुम लोग वो नंबर से भी कर सकते हो, 7 प्लस माइनस हाफ पी के वो सब भी कर सकते हो. डू दैट इफ यू वांट. फील फ्री डू दैट. मयूक इज सेइंग बी. ओके यार, ये वाले ऑप्शन सब बहुत आसपास है. ठीक है, ध्यान से देखो. ठीक है, सो आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग से बी प्लस, कोई बेस है, उसको कोई भाव मत दो, कुछ स्कैरी इक्वेशन, इट डजंट मैटर. इट इज सम बेस जो हाइड्रोलाइज हो रहा है. ओके, जब हाइड्रोलाइज होगा तो क्या होगा? if you started off at अब now we are going all the way back to chemical equilibrium के basics. Chemical equilibrium के basics 0.25. if you start with C and then you remove some from it, that's what you're writing. Okay, at equilibrium you got 0.25 minus x, और x बन रहा है. अच्छा, तो Ka क्या होगा? Ka क्यों? अरे this is behaving like a acid. नहीं, this is behaving like an acid or base. रुको देखने दो. It is accepting H plus नहीं, it's accepting OH minus. हाँ, if it is accepting OH minus, then this is behaving like an acid. Yeah, yes, it is behaving like an acid. So Ka is correct. हमेशा चेक करना चाहिए भाई. Ka is correct. So Ka is equal to x square by 0.25 minus x. अब you know the drill. सोचो कि x is very small. X is very small. X is ridiculously small. Look at that. 10 power minus 0.275. That is x. So I can write Kb to be equal to Kw by Ka, right? Which will be equal to this value right here. That's it. Kb तो निकालना है. You may wonder कि यार ये Ka की बात कर रहे, अभी Kb कहां से आया? I told you right in the starting कि conjugate acid base pair है, and that is the key to solving this question. So see, from first principles, I'll just recap everything we've done so far, ताकि you don't get lost in the woods. Okay, I identified कि ये हमारा है salt. There's a base, and that base gets hydrolyzed. When the base gets hydrolyzed, it behaves like an acid. इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे Ka लिखा है. I know यार, books will say कि ये hydrolysis constant है. ठीक है, बोल ले दो books को, we'll call it hydrolysis constant, no problem. Okay, you may be confused, कह रहे यार आशीष बोल रहा है Ka, but इसको तो KH बोलते हैं. ठीक है, write as KH, no problem. ठीक है. And the reason why I'm writing Ka is because KH can be either for acid or for base. दोनों कोई भी ion hydrolyze हो सकता है. Okay, I'm just trying to show you that there's a relationship between them. Conjugate acid base pair. Cool. Deepanvita, perfect. Don't call now, you're busy. Okay, bro. So you guys are using this to communicate, huh? Full on. That's very interesting. I'm gonna have to put you out, bro. Sorry for doing you dirty, but yeah, that's not happening. Kakashi not here. All right. Why Ka, Deepanvita? Excellent question. I was hoping someone would ask me. Dekho, this is behaving like an acid. It's accepting OH minus and it's producing this thing. So yeah, did I say that correctly? It's accepting this, furnishing this thing. It's accepting OH minus, right? Hence, it behaves like an acid. Is that okay? Yeah? Wait, hold on. Acid base. Yeah, correct. I got confused for a minute. Deepanvita, is that okay? Yeah? Okay. I waited for that because it's important. It's a very important question. And I understand that a lot of folks watching this are like, यार नहीं, मुझे formula use करना है. करो यार, करो, no problem. But for those who want to do it in first principles, this is for them. Okay? चलो. So, मैंने Ka इसे लिखा है. Technically, this is KH, right? Theoretically, in all books you will say this is KH. But there is a relationship between these two. They are conjugate acid base pair. And you can then do this because Kb will be Kw by Ka, which is this value right here. Okay? Cool. So K ये यहाँ पे हो गया और Ka तुम्हारा यहाँ पे यहीं पे निकला हुआ था. ठीक है? How? 10.275 square, 10 power minus 2.5 square हो गया 10.45. And this is basic log, right? X square का मतलब sorry, if you got x power 2 whole square, you becomes x power 4. Yeah, exponents का idea. I hope I don't have to explain that. Okay? Once you do that, I'm going to write this as KH ताकि कोई confuse ना हो. Degree of hydrolysis बोलते हैं इसको. You do this and you get this fine expression. This is root 3. I'm sorry, root 10 is 3.3 approximately. Yeah, or let's take it as 3, not 3.3. Let's take it as 3. क्योंकि root 9 is 3. So 3 into this is approximately 8, or 0.8 into 10 power minus 11. अब 0.8 into 10 power minus 11 तो दिख नहीं रहा है. So it must be 8 into 10 power minus 10. Okay, hence A is the answer. Cool? Yeah? Intense? Thoda intense? Thoda intense. I take that. I understand it's a little intense. But this is it. With this, you're set with hydrolysis for life. Okay, the answer is this, and this is how you solve this question. And this is probably more of a JEE main question than a NEET question. I'm going to be straight with you. It's okay. हम लोग कर रहे हैं, साथ साथ मजा करते हैं. चलो, take an easier question. Which of this will undergo cationic hydrolysis? Now, in this session, I have just solved 5 very, very good questions, and rest is theory. Because I want you to ace hydrolysis just with this, proving to you that it's quality over quantity that matters. Okay. All right. Enough ज्ञान. इस सवाल solve करो. Which of this will undergo cationic hydrolysis? Cationic hydrolysis मतलब कि cationic hydrolysis मतलब NH4 माफिक. Yes, NH4 माफिक. मतलब होगा क्या? मैंने देखा नहीं. NH4 plus माफिक. OH minus and NH4. Oops. Yeah. I'm bad at this, right? But that's the thing. Even somebody as bad at this can figure it out. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Oh, crap. I gave you the answer. मुझे सवाल देख लेना चाहिए था options. Yeah. C is the answer. Yeah. Good job, Mayuk Dipanwat. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. ठीक है. Since ये session थोड़ा भारी था, I made it a little short. Okay. क्योंकि content भारी है. Time is not a constraint over here. Make sure that you revise this. And अगर कोई part इसमें मुश्किल लगा, go over it again. वो एक एक question जो मैंने किया है, बहुत चुन चुन के किया है. Check it out. And what my suggestion is कि वही same सवाल try and solve it using your equation 7 plus half minus वो जो भी है वाला equation है ना, जो वो सब use करो ताकि you get good at doing both. ताकि in the test you can use whatever you want. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So here are a couple of homework questions. I hope you had fun doing. मुझे तो ये टॉपिक बहुत सही लगता है. Okay. मैं बहुत आराम से इसको पढ़ाता हूँ. If you have any doubts, please ask me now or later on Telegram, wherever else. Here you go. Or Discord. I teach Chem both places. Here is the first homework question. Okay. 0.2 molar aqueous solution of sodium butyrate. Butyrate is just an acid. ठीक है. Take it as NaA, where A minus gets hydrolyzed, etc. That's a hint for you. ठीक है. इसका Ka value दिया हुआ है. Consider the following salts. Which ones will get dissolved in water will produce an acidic solution? ठीक है. Yeah, that's it from today's session. Any doubts, guys? Yeah. Class खत्म हो गई. Exactly. Vishal, entry. Good timing, huh? Vishal realizes the class is over. Absolutely right. The class is over. I hope you guys had fun. I know Ionic equilibrium काफी भारी है, and I see that the audience is thinning out, and it's okay. I know you guys are gonna come back to this just before NEET and realize, oh my god, Ionic नहीं करना है, and then you're like 700 के ऊपर लाना है, whatever it is. Whenever you watch this video, make sure that you solve the question at the back of NCERT. They are really good questions. And in fact, a lot of those questions have been asked almost directly even in the JEE Advanced. I'm not making this up. थोड़ा number बदल के has come in JEE Advanced as well. Which means I'm not trying to scare you. I'm saying NCERT is a really good book. Yeah. Before doing guides and 100 of other books, please do NCERT. Okay. 7 बजे भी है विशाल. 7:15 बजे भी है विशाल. That's the hello वाला class. खैर, चलो हुई कहानी खत्म. मिलते हैं अगले सेशन में of this. Please check out the homework questions and थोड़ा सा NCERT पढ़ के और life will be easy. Okay. It's okay, Mayuk. It's okay, yaar. I understand. There are very few people who teach this topic properly. Luckily, I had a great teacher. I'm not taking credit for this. I had a lovely teacher. I had the best teacher in school. Insane teacher of physical chemistry. Mehboob sir taught me organic chemistry. Out of this world, man. Like, I was very lucky to be a part of such a great coaching institute. I was very chill. It was not as intense as what you guys have right now. I'm going to take a minute to talk about this if you guys want. मेरा स्कूल खत्म होता था 2:30 बजे. Then we would take a picnic, go to Indiranagar 8 kilometers away, like in a cab or whatever, one of those vans, and then we would have 3-hour classes, 5 days a week, and six day would be 6 hour. So Friday would be like a 5-hour session. Anyway, we had great teachers, and coincidentally, मैंने chemical engineering की, and there was mainly all of this. So yeah, I had a lot of great teachers growing up. So I'm just trying to repay my debt by telling you guys कि यार ये आसान वाली चीज है. And when I say आसान, it takes effort. I'm not saying it's easy in the sense कि यार कोई भी कर लेगा. I'm not brushing it aside. There's a process to this. Okay, it's not random. There is a very straightforward process to this. I'm here to share that process with you because by sharing it, you get better. You know, belt NEET out. Okay, all right, great. चलो, see you guys. Bye. I hope that this has been fun for you. मुझे तो बहुत सही लगता है, बहुत टॉप का लगता है ये टॉपिक. चलो, hello मिलते हैं 7:15. Bye all. See you.